everybody! Finally, we're here. This is the first time that we're doing this kind of activity this way. I have the wonderful Miss Curazao Chantal. How I pronounce your name?
Chantal.
Chantal.
Chantal. Yeah, it's Dutch.
I love it. I love it. In Latin America, we'll say like Chantal, something like really.
That's
really
fine too.
ugly.
Anything that looks like it is fine.
You're gonna it's me. You're gonna know they are talking with you when they say whatever whatever pronunciation. It took you forever to get here. Was a lot of traffic in the way, right?
There was so much traffic. It was impossible. Compared to Curacao, I felt like we were stuck for hours.
How long it takes to you to go from one, like go around your entire island, like driving?
I think like an hour.
Really?
Yeah, like an hour, maybe. Yeah, 2 hours if the traffic is slow, but it's really small.
I
Curacao
love that.
is small, but we love it.
Like there's a lot of traffic, half an hour, something like that.
Or even more, less.
More or less. And
Yeah.
you lived your entire life in Curacao?
No, I'm actually born in the Netherlands, but I moved to Curacao when I was 13.
And how come? Your parents or something like that?
Yeah, it was after my dad passed away, we just wanted a new beginning. We wanted something else. And we decided, why not Curacao? It's from the Netherlands. It's a part of the Netherlands, so they speak Dutch. It's my native language, but it's in the Caribbean. So it's always better than the rainy weather, yeah.
Better weather. I
Better,
know that.
much better
Yeah.
weather.
And you're going back ever to the Netherlands, or you're planning to stay in Curacao?
I'm planning to sit for Curacao. I'm just staying there forever. My brothers do live in the Netherlands.
Okay.
But I haven't visited in like 5 years.
How come?
I have nothing with the Netherlands. Like, I know I'm born there, but that's it. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Like, how old were you when you moved to Curacao?
Well, 12 or 13.
Yeah, of course. You have your teen years in Curacao, so
Yeah,
your friends are from there and
my
everything.
friends are there. My family is there. It's just since this year and last year that my brothers are in the Netherlands, but I'm never going back there.
I'm never going back. No, but yeah, you enjoy it, and I think the Caribbean, the people there, it's a lot of fun, and also the life. I think that people,
Yeah.
you feel that they're happier. I don't know.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. Everything is just way more relaxed, I would say. We have just this mindset that we can do it today or tomorrow. And that may not sound right, but we are stress-free, and that's what I love so much.
Oh,
Just
does
to
that
be
exist
relaxed.
ever in somewhere?
I mean, for me, it does. It depends on what you make out of it, but...
I love that. And what are you doing beside Miss Universe activities? Are you studying, you're working already, or you're doing both?
I study. I am planning on continuing my study next year. I'm in my second year
And you
now.
make a stop for this?
Yeah, I made a
Okay.
stop for Miss Universe. And I'm also busy with equine therapy for children with autism and hearing and speaking disabilities, as well as other conditions. And besides that, my family and I also do the pony club, where we teach young children how to do horseback riding, how to treat animals, and how beautiful nature can be.
That's amazing. And yours also do therapy in this place?
Yeah, we did it all in the same place. We have 6 horses. So we have lots of children. They have like a picky. They like to pick one horse as their favorite.
Of course.
Of course, I have my favorites too, but don't tell them. And they just love being around the horses. That every horse has its own personality, and they're surprised by it when we tell them like, okay, this one likes this, but the other doesn't like that. And they just learn so much. And because of their being free, they can be themselves and they can step out of their comfort zone. And that's very important to me and my family, for them to enjoy everything they do.
Animals are great teachers, so I
Yes,
love that
for
you're
sure.
doing this. And they also can help you to be more calm and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, more confident, more open, and you're just busy with the animals once you're there and nothing else.
And how come you guys started with this project?
We always had horses back in the Netherlands and Germany. We had horses for almost all my life. I would just spend hours and hours with them. And I always felt like confident, free. And after we moved to Curacao, we couldn't take those horses with us. They were older, so it wasn't safe. And I spent like 5 years without being around horses. And I really felt a difference in myself. I wouldn't say sad, but I was just not as free as I used to be. And then recently we started doing the pony club at another ranch. And that's when we started buying horses. And then we ended up with 6 of them.
I love that. I'm scared of horses. Like, you have to respect them. I have I record here in a podcast with a friend, and last year during the pandemic, she got kicked by a horse. She broke this bone and this one got dislocated. So yeah, it wasn't pretty. She had surgery and everything. So, you know, you have to be careful around those animals, but they are the best. I think
they are beautiful, but they are big.
They're big, yeah.
They're
they can hurt you.
Yeah, they can. I have some bruises to prove it. So
yeah, I love that you're doing all this, and I love that you stopped your school and you're focusing only on Miss Universe. What did you discover during this process that you really enjoy, that you love, or that you're happy that now you have that with you?
I think I always had a passion for modeling and fashion, but I always wanted to raise awareness for something. And I participated in 2019, but I wasn't sure for what my purpose was. And I did a lot of for stray animals, because at home I also have 6 dogs, 2 cats, and a goat.
Okay.
And we saved the cats from the street as well as one of my dogs. So, and that year I was really focused on animals.
Okay.
But in my year now as Miss Curazao, I focused more on autism, because I found out that I have autism myself. And because of that, I wanted to raise more awareness and create more acceptance, because I truly believe that autistic people need more acceptance than awareness. So I've been really focused on that.
How come you discovered this and in your age? Because usually they tell you that you should start, you know, looking to your kids and try to find this out and, you know, helping them and giving them tools. Like, what happened that this happened right now?
It was actually, I was talking to a therapist. I was struggling with lots of things. Eye contact, the picky eating got worse. I'm very, very picky, as in I don't eat several groups of food. And those things just got worse. My communication, I wasn't sure what was wrong with me. I felt as if something was weird, as if I didn't fit in. And I started talking more about it with my therapist. And one day she said that maybe you have autism, because you describe, the things you describe sound as someone who has autism. The symptoms, the not wanting affection, the not knowing how to deal with compliments, not knowing how to do certain things. And it was it was a serious talk we had. And then I got tested, and turns out I do have autism, and it just explains so many things for me.
And what happened after that? Like, you started doing more therapy, or like, okay, no, this is me, and let's you know.
I think it's a little bit of both. I went to therapy a little bit more, because I was like, what about this?
Mm-hmm.
The eye contact, I couldn't do it.
You are doing it very well right now, let me tell you.
So with my communication, my face wouldn't change when I talked. The emotions wouldn't show. I couldn't express myself.
Wow.
And that's just one of the many things that I had. And I started to accept myself, because there's no changing it. I can hide it. Autistic people often mask their autism, because they're ashamed and they want to be accepted by others. And I realized that there's nothing wrong with me. My brain is just wired differently, and that's it.
That's it. I can tell you. That's it. Because I can tell. Like, if you don't tell me, I don't think that it's obvious. But that's okay. Like, if it's obvious, it's okay. If it's not obvious, it's not. You know, everything works.
Yeah. I think that many autistic people often hear like, "Oh, you don't look autistic." I'm like, "What does autism look like?"
Well, I think that we are more used to, through media, to cases that are a little bit more, severe. You know, severe.
That's true. That's true.
It's hard, you know, to use the proper language, even like talking about this, because you don't want to say anything wrong. But more severe, exactly. And
more severe.
On movies and everything that we watch in our entire lives, it's people that, you know,
romanticize, are extremely bad, and it's not. And the thing is, being open about it was at first very scary for me, because I was afraid people would judge me, put me in a box. And I visited a school, local school in Curacao, Mina del Valle, and that's a place where autistic children and hearing and speaking disabilities go to. I saw how joyful they were, and no matter what happened, they always stayed the same. They always stayed happy with who they are. And I realized that I want them to stay that happy forever. I don't ever want them to be ashamed of themselves. So I decided to tell everyone that I have it, and that's basically how everything started.
I love it, and I love that right now we have a miss that is talking about these matters, these subjects, these labels, that we have to, you know, stop it. And also normalize that this is part of life and there's a bunch of people, because maybe there's a lot of people like you that they don't know that they have that they are autistic. Yeah,
it happens a lot that people at an older age find out that they have autism, and then they're like, oh, that explains a lot.
But I love it, and I love that you're also working on yourself. Like, you're telling me about the eye contact, but I couldn't tell. Are you having therapy to work on these matters? Like, in the things that you connected? Oh, maybe yes.
I think it's with eye contact, it makes me nervous.
Everybody gets super nervous, but I understand.
In my head, I'm just like overthinking. Am I looking in the eyes too much? Am I doing it right? Is this normal? Is this natural?
I have that as well. Don't worry. I get into an elevator. I'm like, no, I get, I feel like too seen, you know?
Yeah, and that's just something I started working on myself. There's nothing to be nervous about. If I don't look at someone, it doesn't mean anything. And if I do make eye contact,
it doesn't mean anything. Hey, there you go. I'm talking Italian. I don't know where I start doing this, but I love this. And I love that the best way that you make a change is going through things and sharing your experience. And that's what you're doing here. And I love you. And I love that you're sharing your story. And I'm connecting with that because, this is a matter that people should talk more and understand that could be severe, less severe, and understand all the range.
Yeah, we just have to break that stigma. There's nothing to be ashamed of. No matter your condition, if it's autism, depression, anxiety, and eating disorder, you are more than free to talk about it with me, with anyone else. There shouldn't be any shame about it, and that's what I keep reminding everyone. Everyone is unique, and everyone has their struggles, but it doesn't make you. It doesn't define you.
Good. Yes, I love that. How do you feel about how society it's viewing all these matters, mental health, autism, everything? Like, do you think we are more prepared and open, that we have more tools, or we need more people like you, icons, to change the way that the conversation?
I think we do need more people to step up and talk about their struggles, but I do think we're making a big change by others. There are a lot of autistic people, also as well as other conditions, speaking up and making sure that the younger generations have that platform already, that we can create more help for each other, because I think life is easier if you have help.
Yeah.
And there shouldn't be shame in that.
And also we need connection, and also we need to feel that we're not alone in our struggles.
For sure, yes.
So having you as an example, I know that many people are, okay, I can be Miss Curacao. Well, not Curacao, the country that you're living, but you can be a Miss.
Yeah, you can be a Miss.
Yeah.
Anything you want, you can achieve, as long as you put your mind to it.
I love that. And how come this path to the beauty pageant start for you? Like, you always dreamt about this?
Ever since I made it to Curacao, I saw one of the misses at the airport, and that day I just fell in love. And I was 13. I was very tall, very awkward. And after that, I started modeling, and I was 18 when I first went to China. I went to Singapore, Japan, and I came home. And then I was like, okay, what's next? What am I gonna do next? I wanted to make a difference. That's all I knew, and so I signed up. It was a very moment.
And that's it. And that's why I'm here. Oh, there you go. No, love it. And love this story. And also modeling, I think it's a good path to enter to this world. But right now it's different because you have to sell yourself. Like, sell yourself. Don't misinterpret my words, please. But you know what I'm saying. Like, you have to make your personality shine and people connect with you. So how do you feel about that?
I'm just being myself. To be honest, I'm not going to change anything about myself. I'm willing to work on myself, and I've done that a lot. But I don't think I should be different than I am. And the way you see me now is the same way you would see me in the supermarket.
In the supermarket? With those heels?
Yeah, I would just walk in the supermarket with those heels.
There you go. Fabulous always. You've been here in Miami since a while, right?
Since 3 weeks now.
3 weeks. And how is it?
I love Miami. I always have. I love Miami. Just being here, it's so big and it's exciting.
A lot of shopping, well, you don't need the beach, but you have the beach in Curacao, but Okay, and you're taking classes here. Why you came so early?
I came here to prepare more, as well as my body. I do lots of working with Tammy Banco. I do Pastorela with Anthony Bryson. I do public speaking with Carlos. And that's how I prepare myself more and more, just to be completely ready and confident for Miss Universe.
What do you think is the worst part about being a Miss?
The diet.
Shut up. You are like this always. You are those people that eat everything.
I wish.
Aha.
I wish.
No, you're not like that?
No. I just need
Yes, they're saying yes.
They're saying
Their
yes, but the
organization
answer is
saying
no.
yes. Yeah.
The answer is no.
Like instead of 3 fries, I eat 2. That's
It's-
wait.
There's no
Chantal,
fried food.
please.
There's
Chantal.
no fried food in my diet.
Okay. That's
It's
good.
high protein, and
Yeah.
I want to say I love it, and I do. I love eating healthy, but some days I would do everything for a burger,
Okay, if it's your last day in the world, that will be your last meal.
like a burger or pizza.
You can have both.
I
It's
will
your
take-
last
I will
meal.
take both.
I'll take care of
maybe
that.
add some ice cream as well.
Ice cream, burgers, and pizza. I think we can be friends. I think after well, I don't know. If you win the crown, maybe you have to. It's gonna take longer, but I'm gonna get you a burger. I was talking to Miss Puerto Rico these days, and she's also struggling with the diet, and she's like, "I need chocolate," and I'm like, "Okay, I could be in the other place in the stage, and I can have a Twix or something." And she's like, "Okay, we can share or
We can
something."
share.
Yeah, we can
I
do
know
some-
how she feels.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know exactly how she feels.
Women, oh, that's the rain. It's raining super heavy. Okay, women, we are always on a diet, so
That's true.
it's something forever, like to get a little bit bigger or to get smaller.
We're always just not sure. Do we want to gain weight,
Yeah.
lose weight, gain
Yeah.
abs?
Yeah. Okay, what's the part in the pageant that you're more excited, and the part in the pageant that you're more scared, or do you respect? Which part of the pageant you respect more?
I think I respect everything of the pageant. All of it is lots of work. I know that's
No,
it's a boring.
But maybe
answer,
you're
but it's
dancing.
true.
No, but maybe you have more fun dancing. But I understand. You also have to respect the dancing. Yes, you can mess up the choreography, and people are not gonna love you.
No, I'm working on my dance skills right now. They're not the best.
Really?
Yeah.
Coming coming from Curazao, Nether. Okay, no, but okay.
I can dance. I have some moves, but it stays with some moves. I'm scared of the dancing part, but I know it's gonna work out. No matter what, I can do it.
You can. I know that you can do it. And the part that you think that you're gonna enjoy more,
That would either way be like the Q&A.
the Q&A.
Yeah.
That's the one that you're gonna
The
enjoy more.
interviews. Yeah, I love communicating.
Me too, but I get super nervous. Like if I
That's
make
true.
mistakes in Spanish, imagine in English. For me, I don't know you, but good. That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
usually that's the part that people get more, scared and nervous. So I
Now
love
I'm
it.
just ready to show everyone who I am.
Yeah, baby. I have too much to say. What would be the perfect question for you in the final night? Like, the perfect subject? Maybe autism?
I think autism. I think if people would ask me more about autism, I always have an answer for that. And I have so much to say about autism. And that's the thing. There are so many symptoms. Autism is not just one thing. It's many, many struggles, but also many good things. And I want people to see the good in it and to realize that every single person with autism is different and is unique because of that. So I have just so much to say about autism.
Yeah. And we need to hear more because
Yes.
I have to say I'm an ignorant, and I know that for these kind of subjects we need more words and more vocabulary, so we don't mess up and we don't say the wrong thing. I said something wrong, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everybody, but it's not something that you talk in the street with people like.
No, it's not something you just easily bring up.
Yeah.
And as you said, people are afraid they're going to say something wrong. And
Yeah.
for me, it doesn't really matter if they say something wrong as long as they're willing to learn.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important part, to learn and accept. Because there is no changing an autistic person, so why would you try that? And
But why you say like changing? You think that there are parents that are trying to push kids to change the way they are, or they're maybe giving them tools to? Yeah.
Yeah, there are lots of parents that don't want to accept their child is autistic because
Okay.
they're afraid of the stigma.
Mm.
And I understand that part, but I always had a very accepting mother. I always had a very caring family, supportive. They would help me in every social situation. And I felt there were many times where I felt very shy, very awkward. And you can still see that sometimes, the awkwardness in my face, or where I don't know what to say or I repeat myself. And lots of autistic people have repetitive behavior. if they hear a question they like, they will repeat it instead of answering the question, or it's a word. It can be anything really, an action as well. And yeah, you get ashamed if you're more raised like that. You feel ashamed of that. And I never did, because my mom was always just like, no, don't comment on her. My mom was just always like the protective one, as well as my sister, just always making sure I was safe and sound.
That's amazing. That's lovely that you have this. I mean, I was gonna tell you have hair here, and I don't want to touch you. Yeah, I have this thing here that doesn't want to go to the other side, and usually it's like there.
Yeah, I have
like
the same
that.
thing. This part of my hair is like doing whatever it wants always.
Everybody has this, so don't worry. You know, so survive with the hair in our face. I don't know if you saw, but Miss India and Miss Argentina, they are COVID.
Yeah, it's so sad. And then I hope they can get better before Miss Universe, because I know they have prepared for so long, and I've spoken to them, and I feel so sad for them.
That's sad. I think it's
I
very bad. And also, you guys are still exposed to the teachers and everybody. So it's not that you're going partying or doing something, you know, that you're exposing yourself.
We're trying to be as safe as possible, wearing the masks, the vaccines if they're available in our countries, as well as staying at home, because Curacao right now is in a lockdown, because we have so many COVID cases. So I can only imagine how those girls feel, because we do everything to stay safe. And it just breaks my heart.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
Yeah, it does.
Like, I was reading that some people were saying even to change the competition date. I think that you coming here much, you know, before the competition is good, because maybe you feel safer and you're already here, and maybe you can control a little bit more the situation and getting tested before. But that sucks. Even if you get better and you don't feel bad, going to a competition, and it's in 2 weeks or something. I think Miss Argentina, she was gonna come in 2 weeks or something, and I don't think that she's gonna be able to travel.
I'm afraid not. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I hope she gets tested negative soon, that she doesn't get too bad, too sick. And it's just really sad. It just truly breaks my heart, because if I would have been in that situation, I would have been so broken.
Yeah,
so
devastated.
So
yeah, I'm with you. And you guys talk about this in the WhatsApp chat? Yeah.
Yes, we talk a lot with each other. We're just always supporting each other. And if something bad happens, we're the first to find out. We don't find out on Instagram, we just find out through WhatsApp. And that's how we know they were sick. And it just breaks my heart.
Yeah, man. Like, I can't imagine. Imagine preparing all this time, and then in the very last moment, this thing happening. But, you know, I think everything's gonna, you know, be better, and maybe they can come to the very last moment for the competition. Let's see what's going to happen. And also, there was another situation that I read online. I think it was Miss from Croatia. She was complaining because there were already, the voting on the website was open, but because she doesn't have her visa, her profile is not on the website. And she was like, I don't feel this is fair. How do you feel about this?
I think the voting, it's making into the top 21. Do I think it's fair? To me, it doesn't really matter, because it doesn't matter if you make it into the top or not. It matters if you get your thing across, your voice. That's what matters. Having your platform and showing that to the world is what matters the most to me. And I focus a lot on that instead of making it into the top. And of course, I want to make yourself very proud. And I'm not going to say I'm not making it into the top, but it's not my main focus.
I love that. I'm doing already my work here. So I love that. I love that. But yeah, I was reading that, and I don't know, maybe they could, you know, change the voting a little bit closer to the competition or something. Like she has a point.
She has a fair point. Yeah. I do understand, because you live if you like, for me, like a small country versus the Philippines or Indonesia, maybe even the Netherlands, the voting, it's a tricky situation.
It's a tricky situation.
Definitely.
But she's pretty gorgeous and funny and everything, so I know that she's gonna do more than well. Let me see. All the questions and the entire chat is in Spanish, so there are no questions there. But yeah, they're talking a lot about autism, and they're talking strength to Argentina and India. And okay, Yolanda Bajure, she's asking if you have favorites in the competition already. Like, if you are not in the top 5, or if you're Miss Universe, who will be your top 5 from like right now? Because I know that a lot of things change, and today you think something and tomorrow you're gonna change your mind. I'm like that, so okay. Do you have a top?
I don't. The thing is, I love all the girls. I've spoken with Japan, Netherlands, Puerto Rico, let me think, Philippines, and Canada, Aruba. I love those girls. I couldn't pick one of them if I had to, because they're all different, they're all unique. They have something else they stand for, and for me, it's just impossible.
Like being a judge this year, I've been talking with many contestants right now, Latinas, and I think that this year Latinas, like our continent, they're very strong.
Very strong, of course.
And you guys are so, like, I compare myself in my 20s to you, and I'm like, me. I feel pity about myself, because I was playing with dolls, and you guys, I already have an ONG, I have something here, something there, I'm working my modeling, I'm this and that. I'm like, I was, I lived with my mom and my dad, and that was it. Greetings from Aruba. Curazao is gorgeous. Chantal, tell me about your national costume. You have that ready, or you're still working on that?
Oh, we're working on it. We're almost ready, and I have said it before, I'm going to keep it a surprise.
Of course.
I want to keep it like a secret. Like, I'm going to announce it soon on my Instagram and all the platforms, but just a little bit more patience, and soon you guys will find out.
I got you, and I completely understand, because we need that surprise thing. That surprise
that's
element.
The best part.
Yeah, and about your dresses and about the rest of your activities during those days. You have already your wardrobe. You're planning also to bring 200 outfits. Like I was reading online, that's so crazy. Like you don't have enough hours in a year, maybe, to wear 200 outfits.
They're not going to be 200 outfits, but the dresses are going to be...
No, I'm kidding.
No, not even 100, but we're going to have amazing dresses. It's going to be very, very beautiful.
And you're working with people from Curazao, or you have different designers from everywhere?
I have local designers as well as international designers, so I'm very grateful for that. Yeah. I feel so proud saying it, local as well as international.
Yeah.
It's just something that makes me very proud.
How long it took to you to be here today? Like preparing for the national pageant, for the, winning the Miss Universe, and then your preparation for Miss Universe. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you did some lessons and classes before all this, for this moment.
I didn't. I just went for it, because in 2020 we had a lockdown, and Curazao did not want to hold a competition due to safety. And we decided that they would crown me, they would give me the title, because I was the first runner-up of 2019. So it was completely unexpected.
I love that, There are so many girls this year that this was their story.
Yeah.
And I think that the stars, they were aligned for you girls. Like, you had to participate this year. So I love it. I think that was destiny, or whatever you guys want to call it. Okay, let's do crazy, funny questions, because usually in these things, people get super deep, and we already answered everything that you guys usually want, the contestants to answer. Do you have a hidden talent?
Oh, let me think.
Dancing, sing. Well, you told me
dancing is not going to be it.
Me neither.
Singing,
don't worry.
Singing neither. So
cooking.
For me, it's baking, cooking and baking.
Baking.
My baking skills are not always amazing. Sometimes my cookies are like stone, but most of the time they're pretty great.
Like this tooth that I'm missing here is because something like that. Okay, so if you had like a talent competition in Miss Universe, will you bake something that would be your...
I would cook something, bake or cook something for sure.
Okay.
It's like a nice apple pie, brownies, cakes.
For after the pageant.
Of course, for after
Okay,
the pageant,
yeah.
I wouldn't cheat on my diet. I wouldn't.
In the swimsuit, imagine that. In the swimsuit competition with the tummy like super big. I will totally do that, and I will ruin an entire experience just because I love eating. Okay, there should be something that your mom, your sister, they know about you that nobody else knows. Like something funny, or what kind of characteristic do you have that nobody can tell or knows about you? Maybe you're super funny, maybe...
Well, normally I don't really get jokes, or I don't remember jokes, so being funny is not it. You can ask my friends. But I always remember things really well. Like
That's
great.
great.
Small details, not jokes or anything. But I have like the memory for smaller things. I don't remember the whole situation, but I will remember what color shoes she was wearing.
That happens to me. I don't remember anything about my first kiss. anything, but I remember the underwear that I was wearing, and I didn't do anything with my underwear that day. I promise. Mom, if you're... No, my mom is not watching this. But, you know, I remember, because it was my first thong ever in my entire life. I remember the color, the brand. So stupid, this kind of details, but I understand what you're saying.
Always the smaller things you remember, the craziest thing. That's what I have to.
What is the craziest thing that you remember, I don't know, about the night that you won? Well, the day that they told you that you were coming here.
Actually, that day we were building our house. We were changing things within. And I just remember my brother. He was with a trying to take out a wall. And I just remember how mad he got that it didn't go. And he was just saying all those bad words. And I just remember the exact words he said.
Oh, really?
Yes.
We can't say that.
We can't say that.
But I love it.
It was so funny. It was really funny.
I love people like getting super mad or falling. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm a bad person, but that's funny.
It is funny. Yeah, it's very funny.
It is funny. Okay. Let me see if somebody's asking something. How's your preparation for Miss Universe? No, she's talking about that. Okay. Melissa Cifuente. No, she's talking about autism, and she's talking about how it autism. You told me they asked before, how many languages do you speak? You speak Papiamento or
Papiamento? I can understand Papiamento pretty good. I can't really speak it. The same goes for German. I lived there for like 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
So I can still understand it, and I hope I can still speak it. I haven't tried it in a while.
Well, you told me you have a good memory. I can't remember anything if I don't practice. So, okay.
I speak Dutch, my native language, and I speak English.
So when you get super mad, the Dutch comes?
The Dutch comes out. Yes.
What's the worst word, or your favorite curse word in Dutch?
Oh, I'm not going to say that. That's bad. Sorry.
Well, you can write it to me, and maybe I can say
I will write it to you.
She can write it, and I'm going to try to read it later. Okay,
Later,
I like that. Okay, let me see. What's your favorite myth of all time? That's good. Einer or Elner. I can read. I'm super blind from far away. Yeah.
I don't remember the year, but my favorite one was Angela Visser. She was from the Netherlands.
Okay.
And it's been many years ago. But I loved how elegant she was, how she spoke, how she walked. I loved her.
And your favorite Miss Universe?
Yeah, that's it.
She. Okay.
Angela Visser, yeah.
Okay. Maybe I read Miss. Okay. Yeah. My favorite Miss Universe. Okay.
Favorite Miss Universe.
Let me ask you funny questions. Okay. What's the worst thing that ever happened to you that you can laugh today? Okay. Like today I spoke with Miss Venezuela, and she told me that she was in a mall and her skirt got stuck in the stairs, and she wearing her underwear was from the Dora the Explorer, and she was only with her panties on, and that was it, in the middle of a mall. She was 12 or something, so imagine being in that during those days. You know.
For me, I was at a boat party.
Okay.
I didn't really get invited to boat parties a lot, or parties in general, so I was so excited. But they had glass doors.
Oh no! they were super clean?
Yeah, they were super clean.
Oh no!
So everyone was outside, and I walked inside. I was done with the sun, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna cool down. And they closed the doors, and I didn't know that. So when I wanted to go outside, I walked into the doors, and I just remember the feeling of my head hitting the glass. It hurt so much.
But nothing happened. Like you just stomped into the door.
I
and that's
stomped
it.
really hard against the door.
Okay.
And I was in so much pain, and then everyone was looking at me, and I was so embarrassed. And I was like, no, I'm fine.
How old were you when this happened?
18.
18. Okay.
So now it's funny. Now I can laugh about it. But in that moment, and the year after, when I told my mom, she was laughing so hard, and I was like, "No, it's not funny. Stop."
With a second head, because usually you get a second head. You get pregnant in your forehead. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have to pretend it didn't hurt.
Yeah.
Everyone is like, "Are you fine? Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm fine.
I'm perfect. I'm fine.
Perfect. I'm just gonna sit down here."
I'm crying. The tears are going into my brain.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Yeah, no, that sucks. And usually, the anecdotes is something that you fall or something like that. But at least nobody saw your underwear, so there you go. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
But
okay.
She was young, so.
Yeah, she was young.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, man, but Dora. Well, I was telling her that something like that happened to me, but I was old, and I had like super big granny's underwear, and it was nude color. It was so ugly. And I was in the middle middle of the street, my dog crossed in front of me and it felt. And it was amazing. My skirt went to in top of my head. No, yeah. And it hurt so bad and I couldn't, I want to stand up and run.
I run away and hide just forever. I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
And I was so mad with my dog, but it wasn't his fault. But I was so mad, but
Just so angry that it happened that you had to blame someone.
Yeah, of course. No, it was his fault. But yeah, I was, whatever. It was me that I was crossing the street. So, or I die or I go over my dog. So I went over my dog and we didn't die. Okay, let me see what's your favorite moment of the competition? Well, you told me that you respect everything, but you never told me which one you told me.
I think I told you.
Which one? The questions. Yes, she told me that. Jose. Yeah. Pay attention. He's always here. That's why I know his name. Let me see. Well, I'm going to continue talking about myself. Okay, because this interview is about myself. No, I'm going to make my own questions. That you're super pretty. They love how you're talking and everything. Croatia shouldn't worry about the online voting because she's going to be won. She's going to be won by Miss Philippines. Helen is saying that Philippines is going to win over Croatia. Okay, that's an opinion. Okay.
That's an opinion.
Okay. And you're doing a lot of lives, like you're sharing with other girls. Okay, like you have one like nowadays in these days, or you had some?
I had some in the past. In Curacao, we have the Mayinta show, and I spoke there with Canada, Japan, as well as Philippines. And I just did like a small interview with them, and I just enjoyed it so much. It's like so much fun getting to know each other before you actually meet. And then I did an Instagram live with Miss Brazil as well. Mm-hmm. And besides that, I just always, when I see the girls are live, I always join the live and be like, hey, hi,
I'm here.
I'm a big fan.
I saw you went to the hotel. How was it?
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And when I got there, I was like, okay, wow.
We're not doing anything. We're just going to enjoy the pool, okay? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so big. And just to be there as one of the first is amazing. It's just a different feeling knowing that over a month, there's going to be something so big happening. And I'm excited for it. Yeah.
And there are other girls here in Miami already, or you don't know?
I believe Miss Iceland as well as Miss Philippines is here. I believe Miss Canada and Aruba are in New York City. Mm-hmm. So I think they're coming soon as well.
That's so exciting.
That's
like you're
so
meeting
exciting,
people from all around the world. Okay. Do you, like there's the cultures in these pageants, we're so different. And when you are in the same hotel, because I was going to say under the same roof, but the hotel is pretty big, so it's really cool that you gotta meet these people are so different. In the end, we're very similar, but we have this way of being kind of different, the way that we eat. And which one of the delegates do you want to meet the most, that you are more curious about the way that they live and they do their things?
Oh, I think I'm willing to meet all the girls, of course. And I think they all have something that I can learn from them. But for me, I would like to know more about Miss Puerto Rico. I spoke with her a few times. I believe her boyfriend is Dutch, and that's why she's learning Dutch.
She told me, yeah.
And I just think that's so amazing that someone would learn such a difficult language. And as well, I'm very excited to meet the Philippines, Venezuela, Colombia, Netherlands. I just have my whole list that I want to learn from all the girls. It's too difficult to like pick just one or two.
I love that. I remember when they asked me this like a while ago, a long time ago. I remember saying about Asia, because we are so different from people from there.
That's true.
But after you're in the pageant, everybody it's new and everything is wonderful. So everything is an amazing experience. If you win the crown, after you have this amazing year traveling around the world, talking about autism, talking about Smile Train and everything that Miss Universe does, what are your plans? Like, what do you want to do after? And if you are the first final, I don't remember. I never remember like who's this number 2.
First runner-up.
First runner-up.
Yeah,
but it's the first runner-up. Yeah, like third, second. Yeah, okay, first runner-up. Are you planning to continue in the beauty pageant world, or you just want to go back to your career and go back to modeling and that's it?
I'm not sure. I do want to continue modeling as well as the beauty pageants. I think they give us the opportunity to create a platform, But I also love modeling because it gives you the opportunity to be more creative than, being just having a normal job, like a regular job. But I also know that at home my horses are waiting. So I'm like, what am I going to do? Can I combine everything? We're going to find out.
Maybe you can go modeling, I don't know, in Milan or something, and you open a place with horses there, and maybe the horses can come with you in your international modeling career, and maybe you can model with horses. I don't know.
I don't know. But we're gonna find out after Miss Universe.
Mm-hmm. But you don't enjoy entertainment and media, or that this is not for you. Just, you don't like cameras. How do you
I
feel
love cameras,
okay.
But I feel like some days I'm not sure what I'm supposed to talk about. So if I would like have my own show,
I understand.
There's a big chance I'm just gonna stare in the camera and be like, "Yep."
No, but Chantal, they're gonna tell you what to say, Chantal.
That's true, but still, sometimes I forget. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
That's true.
What am I supposed to do?
No, and usually people, they love this, or they're like, whatever, because you're really good, like you're amazing. you know what you're saying, and you have your answers, and you didn't have. I don't know if I ask you something that you maybe came prepared with an answer, but I think that you're very spontaneous. So
Thank you.
maybe you can do something in TV, maybe in Curacao with horses again.
With horses, we're gonna bring my horses to the show.
Well, it's already been 41 minutes, and I know that they have to do something here in the studio. But of course, we have to say, usually when I close these lives, I ask people to do their introduction in the pageant. Like Daniela Di Giacomo, 35, Venezuela. And
of
you
course.
do it for Curacao. Do you mind? Do you want to do it, or you don't want to do it?
I want to do it.
She's gonna do it.
Just let me fix my hair a little bit.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby hairs.
It's my baby hair.
Usually, which country is before Curacao? Brazil?
Think so.
Oh, there's
right?
something with C. Colombia?
Colombia. Costa Rica.
Whatever. I'm gonna say Colombia. Colombia is the closest to Venezuela, and I'm gonna be Colombia. Okay. Daniela Di Giacomo, 35, Colombia. Okay.
Chantal Wiertz, Curazao.
Love it. I can pronounce Curacao that way. Curacao. Yeah,
that sounds amazing.
Thank you. I've been practicing before. I'm kidding. And also, we always in Venezuela, we joke around about shoulder and veneers, hombro y carilla. We always do this. So you have to pick a side. Which side is your side? Do you have a side?
This one is my side. Wait, let me
Okay, that's your side. Okay,
this one is my side.
This is your side.
My side. Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, hombro y carilla. Ah, no, wait a second. There you go. Shoulder and smile. I feel so stupid doing this, but I love it. I love it so much. Do you have your speech for if you get, because usually you get in the top 20 and you have a speech, but I don't know how it's going to be this year, but do you have a speech already prepared, or you're just going to talk? And
I just have some bullet points. I have some things I want to mention, but I don't want to memorize everything because I feel like it's not wrong, of course, but it's not something I like to do.
It's risky, though. Maybe you forget if you got something memorized and you're like, oh, I don't remember the word.
You panic, and that's no.
Yeah,
I don't want to panic.
But you have your points. And you already did also the interview with Miss Universe organization, right?
Yes, we did.
How was it?
It was so much fun. It was just a simple, like, how are you? Tell me about your life. Tell me your story. They were super kind. I loved every minute of it. I was like, no, wait, don't go yet.
You love to talk, Chantal.
Yeah, I love to talk.
You love to talk, but you did it through Zoom, or you went there or something? Zoom. Okay, yeah, because they're not here yet.
All COVID friendly.
Yeah, COVID friendly. That's amazing. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to meet you and to learn about autism. For sure, next time that we sit down, I'm gonna know better what to say, what not to say. But for sure, I'm always curious, and I'm gonna ask you questions because I want to learn, and I want to give you a platform to talk about these matters that are very important. Thank you so much, and all the best for you.
Thank you so much for having me. It was so much fun.
Chao, chicos. Gracias a todos los que se conectaron. Las preguntas fueron todas en español, pero bueno, les mandamos un beso. Estén muy pendientes. Síganme a la muchacha. Apóyenme a la muchacha. Su cuenta de Instagram está acá abajo en la cajita de información. Pueden votar por ella. Están abiertas las votaciones. I'm talking too fast. Pueden ir a votar por ella en la página de Miss Universe. universo, que, bueno, viene esta mujer que tiene además una misión demasiado linda de vida, además es bellísima, demasiado simpática. Quiéranmela, apóyenmela, denle amor y hasta la próxima. Los amo. Bye, bye.
Bye, bye.
That's very Venezuelan.